Hello everyone. So in today's class we are going to study how to find A inverse using elementary column transformation. Now like your row transformation, in column transformation also we have three basic operations. One of them is we can interchange any two columns. Right? Any two columns can be interchanged. Then any column can be multiplied by any non-zero constant. Okay, third rule is to any column we can add multiple of another column. So Ci replaced by Ci plus k Cj, where k is any non-zero number. Okay, so it means with C2 you can add multiple of C3. Yeah, with C2 you can add multiple of C1. Okay, so with these three operations we will start elementary column operations. So one more important thing is, while taking elementary column transformation, all the column operations will be performed along the columns. Means we are not allowed to use rows here. Okay, row cannot be, none of the rows we can use here. So basically going to the process, we start with A equal to A into I, right? And we apply the column operations on A as well as on I. Okay, so here the operations will be applied on A so that I will be coming here. It means all the operations will be applied, whichever operation we require. So we apply on A so that A will be reduced to I, and at the same time the same operations will be applied on I. This I will be reduced to some other matrix, let it be B, and this A will remain unchanged. It means we do not apply any change on A. So in the last step, the expression, matrix expression will look like this: I equal to A into B. So this B is your A inverse. Okay. Now coming to next question. So now you might be thinking, so while taking row operations we have taken A equal to IA. Now here we are writing AI, though we know I into A equal to A and A into I equal to A. So mathematically both the operations are correct. Now why this here? Why I is taken as a post factor here? The reason is very simple. If we go to matrix multiplication process, when we multiply two matrices, the rule says if we take, so we take rows from the first matrix, columns from the second matrix, right? So it means whenever you have to use columns, so you see that matrix has to be in the second place. So in this case we are applying column transformation. It means we are supposed to use only columns. So if we have to use only columns, it means we have to look at the second matrix. So I being in the second position, I being in the post factor position, so it will allow us to use the columns of that matrix. Okay, like you see, if you write A equal to I into A, in case of row transformation it is fine, because I being in the pre-factor position, a first position, where we take rows from the first matrix. So there the logic is valid in the sense, because in case of row transformation we are allowed to take rows. I being in the first position, the rows are being taken. Similarly, for column transformation, because we are allowed to use the columns only, so if we keep I in the post factor, second position, so the multiplication rule will be valid. So that is the reason why it is pre-factor I is taken as pre-factor in case of row transformation and I is being taken as post factor in case of column transformation. So let us take a question and let's see how, like now, do we have any tricks to do this, or we can just randomly we can take the steps. So before we start this question, now let me tell you some tricks or some simple ways so that you can save time and you really can feel confident whenever you see the question and you have to evaluate A inverse by using elementary column transformation. I think I have also told you the tricks in case of row transformation also. Now for this case, you see, suppose you take A11, A12, A21, A22. So the basic tricks are, so we start with A11, make it 1, follow this path, then. It means you go like this. It is in case of 2 by 2. In case of 3 by 3 matrix, like you see A11, A12, A13, A21, 2, 2, 2, 3, A31, 3, 2, 3, 3. We have a 3 by 3 matrix, right? So again we start with A11 here, make it 1, then travel row wise, okay, then you come like this, then you come like this, then downward this. So follow the arrow mark. So it means we go like this first. We start from A11, cover the entire row, then here A22 position, then we go like this, okay, this. So 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. So this is the path. Okay, so let's see by following this path whether our work is becoming easier or not. Let's see that. So A equal to this, right? Now before evaluating A inverse, let's check whether A is a singular matrix or non-singular matrix. So let's take the determinant of A, 2 into 9 minus 2 plus 1 into, it is minus 15 plus 3 into minus 10 plus 9. It means you are getting here 14 minus 12 minus 3 means minus 1, which is not equal to 0. So determinant of A not equal to 0 means A is a non-singular matrix. So you can write A inverse exists. Clear? Now A inverse exists, so you have to evaluate its inverse, and of course here we are applying elementary column transformation. So write A equal to A into I. It means 2 minus 1 3 minus 5 3 1 minus 3 2 3. This is equal to A into 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, so first target is our A11, we have to make it 1. So C1 replaced by C1 plus C2, so that you can get here 1 minus 2 minus 1. Here it is minus 1 3 2 3 1 3. This is equal to A into, so you are taking C1 plus C2. 1 plus 0 1, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 0 0, 0 1 0, 0 0 1. Okay, so have a look at these columns. Our next target is to make it 0. So if we take C2 plus C1, I think we can make it 0. So C2 replaced by C2 plus C1. So 1 minus 2 minus 1 Now take C2 plus C1, minus 1 plus 1, 0, 3 minus 2, 1, 2 minus 1, 1, 3, 1, 3 equals to A into. So we are replacing C2 only. So here 1, 1, 0 as it is. Now 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 here. 0 plus 0 is 0. Then 0, 0, 1. Our next target is this one, to make it 0. So you take C3 replaced by C3 minus 3C1. This implies 1 minus 2 minus 1 as it is, 0, 1, 1 as it is, C3 minus 3C1, 3 minus 3 into 1, 0, 1 minus 3 into this, you are getting here 7, 3 minus 3 into this, you are getting 6 here, A into 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, right, 0 minus 3, 0 minus 3, okay, done. Now this implies, so next target is this one, this is already 1 we have, so we will move to this position, okay, 7, where is 7, we want 0 here, so for this C3 will be replaced by C3 minus 7C2. Okay, so this implies 1 minus 2 minus 1, first column intact, 0, 1, 1, second column also intact, third column you see. So if you write here C3 minus 7C2, 0 minus 0, 0. Now 7 minus, yes, so C3, 7 minus 7, 0 here, 6 minus 7 minus 1 equal to A into 1, 1, 0, C1 intact, 1, 2, 0, C2 also no change. Now come to C3, minus 3 minus 7 into this, we are getting minus 10 here. Then here you are getting minus 3 minus 7 into this, means minus 17. Then here you are getting 1. Done. Now next target to make it 1. So it is 1 minus 2. Then you write it C3 replaced by minus C3. Okay. So here you can take 1 minus 2 minus 1. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 equal to A times 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 10, 17 minus 1. Okay, so just have a look at these steps. So next target is here. We want to make it 0. Okay, so to make it 0, we have to take C2 replaced by C2 minus C3. Okay, so this implies here 1 minus 2 minus 1. So we are taking C2 minus C3. 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 0, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Then 0, 0, 1. Equals to A into. So we are changing C2. So here you have 1, 1, 0. No change in C1. C2 minus C3. 1 minus 10 is minus 9. 2 minus 17 is minus 15. 0 minus of minus 1 is plus 1. Then 10, 17 minus 1. Okay. Our next target is here. Okay, we have to, we are getting 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. We want 0 here. So C1 will be replaced by C1 plus C3. Then only you can get 0 here. So this implies, so 1 plus 0, 1 minus 2 plus 0, minus 2, minus 1 plus 1, 0 here, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now next, A into, here you see, you are taking C1 plus C3. So 1 plus 10, 11, 1 plus 17, 18, 0 minus 1 is minus 1 here, minus 9, minus 15, 1, 10, 17, minus 1. Okay, now we are left with only one element which has to be converted to 0. To make it 0, we have to take C1 replaced by C1 plus 2C2. Okay, so this implies what? 1 plus 2 into 0, 1, minus 2 plus 2 into this, it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is equal to A into, see here, C1 plus 2C2, 11 plus 2 into minus 9, 11 minus 18, minus 7. Here 18 plus 2 into minus 15, minus 12. Now here you see minus 1 plus 2 into 1, minus 1 plus 2. Here you are getting 1. Minus 9, minus 15, 1, 10, 17, minus 1. Okay. So are you getting this 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1? It means our original A is now converted to an identity matrix. So we are having I equal to A into B. So your B matrix is A inverse. So A inverse is minus 7, minus 12, 1, minus 9, minus 15, 1, 10, 17, minus 1. Okay, so this is the inverse of the matrix. So isn't it very easy when you see the trick and you are focusing one element at a time? So like here we start with A1, 1, then 1, 0, 0, then we come to 1, A2, 2 position, then 0. So like this. So it makes the things actually easier. Okay. So similarly, if you take a 2 by 2 matrix which is comparatively easier also, so you can try this also. So let's meet next time with some other new topics, and till that time please keep on practicing the questions so that you really can feel very confident. Okay, and thank you so much. Let's meet next time with a very interesting topic. Thank you once again.